race session is at QLD Raceway V1.1 in Ipswich, Australia. James Pendry from England is P1. Kevin Woodward from Canada is second. Austin Ogonowski from Canada is third. Panzerep 1 is P4. Riley Gallardo from United States is fifth. Luis Magalang from Philippines is sixth. Gordon Jacobson from United States is seventh. Walter Phillips from United States is eighth. James Pendry is first. Walter Phillips entering the pits is P10.
Boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Gordon Jacobson is seventh. Kevin Woodward is P2. Walter Phillips exiting pits on softs. Austin Ogonowski is fourth. Riley Gallardo is sixth. Gordon Jacobson is P7. Luis Magalang is fifth, 0.5 behind Austin Ogonowski. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.2 behind Luis Magalang. Luis Magalang is sixth. Gordon Jacobson is seventh, 0.5 behind Luis Magalang. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 0.7 behind Panzerep 1. Kevin Woodward is P2, 1.0 behind James Pendry. Austin Ogonowski from Canada is P4, 0.8 behind Panzerep 1. Luis Magalang is P6, 0.8 behind Riley Gallardo. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 0.6 behind Panzer F1. Gordon Jacobson is P7, 0.5 behind Louis Magalang. Louis Magalang was 74.0 faster last lap. Riley Gallardo is 6th, 0.2 behind Louis Magalang. Gordon Jacobson is 7th, 0.3 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo from United States is P6, 0.2 ahead of Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson is P7, 0.5 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.5 behind Louis Magalang. Gordon Jacobson on lap 5 is P7, 0.5 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo from United States is P6, 0.7 ahead of Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson is 7th, 0.5 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo on lap 6 is P6, 0.4 ahead of Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson on lap 7 is P7, 0.2 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo on lap 7 is 6th, 0.3 behind Louis Magalang. Austin Ogonowski on lap 7 is P4, 0.5 behind Panzer F1. Gordon Jacobson on lap 7 is P7, 0.5 behind Riley Gallardo. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 0.5 behind Panzer F1. Riley Gallardo from United States is 6th, 0.5 behind Louis Magalang. Austin Ogonowski on lap 8 is 4th, 0.4 behind Panzer F1. Gordon Jacobson is P6, 0.5 behind Louis Magalang. Gordon Jacobson is now P5. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 0.7 behind Panzer F1. Riley Gallardo is 6th, 0.7 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is 4th. Riley Gallardo is P6, 1.4 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 0.8 behind Panzer F1. Riley Gallardo is 6th, 0.7 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 1.1 behind Panzer F1. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.3 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is P4. Riley Gallardo is 6th, 0.5 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 1.1 behind Panzer F1. Riley Gallardo from United States is 6th, 0.5 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 2.1 behind Panzer F1. Austin Ogonowski is now third. Riley Gallardo is sixth, 0.5 behind Gordon Jacobson. James Pendry exiting pits. James Pendry is fifth, 0.3 ahead of Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.2 behind James Pendry. James Pendry on lap 13 is P5, 0.8 ahead of Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.7 behind James Pendry. James Pendry on lap 14 is 5th, 0.2 behind Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson is 5th, 0.4 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P6, 0.6 behind Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson is P5, 0.7 ahead of Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo is 6th, 0.4 behind Gordon Jacobson. Austin Ogonowski is 3rd. Panzer F1 on lap 16 is P2. Austin Ogonowski exiting pits. Gordon Jacobson is 4th, 2.8 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo exiting pits. Riley Gallardo is 8th. Gordon Jacobson is 4th. Riley Gallardo is 8th, 0.8 behind Walter Phillips. Riley Gallardo passed Walter Phillips for P7. Walter Phillips is 8th, 1.0 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo is 7th, 2.1 ahead of Walter Phillips. Panzer F1 exiting pits. Panzer F1 is P4, 1.8 behind Gordon Jacobson. Walter Phillips entering the pits is P8. Louis Magalang exiting pits. Austin Ogonowski is 5th, 3.3 behind Panzer F1. Walter Phillips exiting pits. Panzer F1 is P4, 0.5 behind Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson entering the pits is P4. Panzer F1 passed Gordon Jacobson for 3rd. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 3.2 behind Panzer F1. Gordon Jacobson exiting pits. James Pendry is P2. Louis Magalang is 7th, 0.3 ahead of Walter Phillips. Louis Magalang exiting pits. Louis Magalang lost 7th to Walter Phillips. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 3.0 behind Panzer F1. Louis Magalang from Philippines is 8th, 1.4 behind Walter Phillips. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 2.6 behind Panzer F1. Kevin Woodward exiting pits. Louis Magalang is 8th, 0.8 behind Walter Phillips. Austin Ogonowski on lap 21 is 4th, 3.5 behind Pansarev 1. Pansarev 1 is 3rd, 3.4 ahead of Austin Ogonowski. Austin Ogonowski on lap 22 is 4th, 2.9 behind Pansarev 1. Pansarev 1 is P3, 3.5 behind Kevin Woodward. Austin Ogonowski is P4, 3.7 behind Pansarev 1. Kevin Woodward is 2nd. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 3.0 behind Pansarev 1. Pansarev 1 is 3rd, 3.8 ahead of Austin Ogonowski. Austin Ogonowski is 4th, 3.9 behind Pansarev 1. Kevin Woodward from Canada is 2nd, 4.8 ahead of Pansarev 1. Kevin Woodward passed James Pendry for P1. Pansarev 1 is P2, 3.7 behind Kevin Woodward. James Pendry exiting pits. Austin Ogonowski is third, 3.0 behind Panzer F1. Louis Magalang is 8th. Austin Ogonowski is third, 3.8 behind Panzer F1. James Pendry from England is P4. Panzer F1 is P2, 4.2 behind Kevin Woodward. Austin Ogonowski is third, 4.7 behind Panzer F1. Panzer F1 is second. Austin Ogonowski is third, 4.5 behind Panzer F1. Panzer F1 is P2, 4.7 ahead of Austin Ogonowski. James Pendry is P4. Austin Ogonowski is P3. Kevin Woodward is P1. Panzerf 1 is P2, 4.9 behind Kevin Woodward. Gordon Jacobson from United States is P6, 5.0 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo was 72.6 faster last lap. Walter Phillips is 7th. Gordon Jacobson is P6, 4.9 behind Riley Gallardo. Riley Gallardo was 72.5 faster last lap. Louis Magalang is P8, 1.8 behind Walter Phillips. Riley Gallardo is 5th. Louis Magalang is 8th, 1.1 behind Walter Phillips. James Pendry is P4, 4.7 behind Austin Ogonowski. Louis Magalang is 8th, 1.9 behind Walter Phillips. Gordon Jacobson is P6. Louis Magalang from Philippines is 8th, 1.0 behind Walter Phillips. Gordon Jacobson is P6, 4.0 behind Riley Gallardo. just finished the race. Kevin Woodward finished first. Panzerf 1 finished second. Austin Ogonowski finished P3. James Pendry finished fourth. Louis Magalang finished 7th. Walter Phillips finished P8. Riley Gallardo finished 5th. Gordon Jacobson finished P6.